Alright, I'm back again. Now this is the top 3 worst manufactured drag cars. And what I mean by that, like in my original top 3 worst lap time manufacturer, is I took them on the oval track, got a lap time, and then whatever car had the fastest lap for the manufacturer. For example, the Ford GT was the fastest, had the fastest lap time for Ford, so that one moved on, and then I pitted it against every other manufacturer's best car based on their oval lap time. Now this one, for the drag race, what I did to test it out is on the strip in the original first video I made. I did the strip on the oval, basically from one side of the oval to the other, and before I basically hit this, basically the wall, we'll say, I would write down what the mile an hour was, and whatever car had the fastest mile an hour moved on. And then to test the acceleration, I took it to basically a really long bridge and basically floored it from a particular spot until I hit the wall, and then I actually used my phone timer, which isn't completely accurate because that was the human reaction time, and recorded the 0 to 200 as well as the 0 to whatever it hit the wall was. And then to get the miles per second, I basically took, so if it hit the wall at 234 miles an hour, and it did it in 16 seconds, I took 235 divided by 16 to get, air quote miles per second and stuff. Obviously, all of this isn't 100% accurate, but you get the gist. So, the worst vehicles, third place, there's a tie. Is basically between, you guessed it again, although this time it's not the worst of the worst, is the Range Rover and the stock engine, I'm going to clarify, Subaru BRZ. Now the reason I say that is because although the BRZ did have a 10.36 miles per second, and the Range Rover had a 10.33. The Rover hit the wall in 19.45 seconds at 101 miles an hour, while the BRZ was one of the very few vehicles besides the other ones to not hit. Like, there were only 3 vehicles that didn't hit the wall at 200 miles an hour. It did 18.92 at 196, so it did go faster, but its mile an hour wasn't as fast. If it was longer, the Range Rover would probably win, so I just declared it a tie, plus it could just be my reaction time, and the Range Rover could be quicker. Then, at second place, obviously this one is not a tie, is the Infiniti Q60S, which basically, I don't really remember, apparently I didn't write what the actual time was, but, and I'm not going to look at my sheet right now, but it basically had 9.82 miles per second, and I believe was another vehicle to not hit the wall at 200 miles an hour, so, yeah. As you can see, really a lot of SUVs and trucks don't do well. Granted, a lot of them got knocked out and never made it to the best manufacturer, except for Range Rover, because it's basically both of the vehicles are SUVs. And the worst accelerating drag vehicle with the stock engine is, probably could have guessed this too, the Mini Countryman, which had a 9.19 miles per second and basically hit the wall in 20.12 seconds at 185 miles an hour, which is insanely slow. But, yeah, that again is going to be it for me.